So now that we have zombies that walk around and can follow the player, what I'm going to do now is create a way to actually spawn the zombies. We're not going to be completing this in this video, but we're going to be setting up our game mode 1 to have a default zombie class that we can easily spawn zombies from, as well as creating our game state. And our game state is going to hold access. It's pretty much going to be what we need to replicate down to everybody. So, for example, what round we're on, and we can use that value to dictate how many zombies we spawn. We can use the game mode to dictate like the waves that the zombies spawn in. So for example, we only want like 25 zombies in the map at a time. We want to do that to the game mode. So let's begin. In our header of the game mode, let's create a U property. This can be just edit anywhere. Let's go to section. Category equals Nazi zombie settings. Let's do T subclass of, and it's going to be of the class a zombie base. Let's call this one zombie class, like so. And we're going to end up creating a blueprint version of this, so that way we can easily set it. And what are you complaining about? Actually, that's how you set the category. Check in the A game mode base and just see. All right. So maybe you just don't. Oh wait, now you're fine. I guess let's just turn a little fit. So we have our zombie class set. We're going to go ahead and compile and create our blueprint version, and then we're going to create our game state class. Now we're going to have to close down the editor to restart it, so I'm going to do that now. There we go. Relaunch the editor. And let's create our blueprint version. BP underscore Nazi zombie game mode. I'll just throw it in blueprint classes. And create a new folder in here, call it game. So here we have it. And here we have Nazi zombie settings, zombie class, BP underscore zombie base. Then we're going to set the game mode here to be BP underscore Nazi zombie game mode. So that way it has our blueprint settings set. Okay, now let's create our game state class. I'll put it in the same spot as the game mode. It's going to be a game state base. Let's call it Nazi zombie game state and create the class. And then once we have this set up, I think I'm probably going to use the player spawn points to test the zombie spawning. And once we confirm that that works, we will move on and set its use to its own dedicated spawn points. Let's go ahead and fix the includes for the game state. Do that by copying everything in front of the game mode and pasting it in like so. Now let's create the constructor. And compile. And now we will have a game state that we can begin to replicate variables off of and use as a way to control roughly how many zombies we're going to be spawning based on the round. Because the round's going to be stored in the game state, and the game state's a place where pretty much all your variables that you would want, like match-related stuff, is replicated down to the clients. All right, we compiled. Still not showing, so I got to do the good old restart and knock ISO. Okay. And here's our game state. So now let's look back at our game mode again. Under game state class, set it to Nazi zombie game state. So now we have our game state, our game mode using our new game state. And eventually we're going to have to create a custom player state, in which case we're just going to have to set that there and all that kind of stuff as well. But that's not really a concern at the moment. So now that all this is out of the way, I will see you in the next one where we continue with the basics of zombies spawning.